You guys got a doubleheader tonight at Bosse Field, and it feels to me like you guys have had a lot of doubleheaders this season. As a manager, do you have a preference? Would you rather just do one game, or does it not matter to you?
Well, the only thing that matters is it backs up your pitching a little bit. But, it's what's scheduled. It's nothing that I have control over, so it's one of those things that I don't really give a second thought to. But, we've made some adjustments, and Max Peterson, my pitching coach, has done an unbelievable job of foreseeing where we'll be log jammed a little bit. We keep an extra pitcher kind of as a swing man, as a spot starter. This year it was Jake Raffel. So he's been thrown into the starting role. He's been a long guy. He's been a lefty out of the pen for us. So keeping a guy like that on the roster has certainly made him a lot more easy to handle on the staff. So a lot of credit's got to go to Max on that one.
Well, that kind of leads into my next question. I was going to ask if game planning, how much different it is between a doubleheader and a regular game. Is pitching really the only game plan that gets tweaked a little bit when you have situations like this?
The pitching gets tweaked a little bit in the long term. I mean, because you have two starters going on one day, and to bring one back on short rest is always not the best idea. So, that in the long term, it affects the pitching. In the short term, when you're playing the games offensively, it changes how you go about your game there, too. I mean, you're playing, 6 less outs in the game. You're trying to get on top, get on the board first. It's a lot more important in a 7-inning game as opposed to a 9-inning game where you have a little bit more time. And you can go to your offense, playing for a run a lot sooner than with a 9-inning game, and you change your defense during the game too. When you're playing no doubles, when you're just trying to get the out as opposed to get the being a little bit more aggressive, and then you'll also go to your pen a little bit quicker too with the shorter game. So just managing the 7-inning game certainly is a lot different than managing a 9-inning game, and in the long term, it kind of messes with your rotation a little bit. But like I said, it's one of those things that's on the schedule that I'm not involved in, and it's something that you can't really do much about. So there's no sense worrying about it, just adjusting to it.
Well, the pitching staff this year, Coach, you seem to be staying healthy, and they're consistent. I mean, you're not getting blown out of games. Even the games that you lose are very close games. Pretty much overall happy with the pitching staff through about the halfway point of the season?
Yeah, absolutely. We knew that coming in that we were going to have 4 to 5, hopefully 6 legitimate starters that could get us in the game, at least on paper coming in. And to their credit, they worked hard in the off season. Their pitch counts were high when they came in. They were in shape. They worked on some of the things that we left them with, at the end of last season. The guys like Will Oliver and Preston Olson, Trevor Walsh, the guys that were with me last year, and then getting to add a Tyler Vale and Efren Nieves to the starting rotation certainly solidified the starting rotation, and that's the big reason. As you said, we've been in every game. I mean, your starting pitching gets you to the 6th and 7th inning, and you're in the ball game. You got a chance to win every night. So that's really been the cornerstone of what we've been doing this year, and it's a credit to the 5 guys I just mentioned there, as well as Jake Raffel, who's had a start or 2 for us as well.
It's Ford and O'Brien on ESPN Evansville 105.3 online, ESPNEvansville.com, talking to Evansville Otter manager Andy McCauley. Coach, good pitching, that's kind of where it all starts, but does that roll over into a snowball effect, so to speak? The better the pitching, the harder the offense wants to give them some run production and get them in the winner's column?
Yeah, absolutely, and it's been there at times this year, and it's been we've lost some tough ball games for starters. I mean, I think Trevor Walsh lost a 1-0 game in one of these 7-inning games. So I mean, it's tough to swallow when you have a pitching performance like that, and they're just matched up against somebody that just is throwing the ball as well. So it is, and there's some like feeling of letting the starter down when we can't eke out a run or two to help this guy get a win instead of taking a loss. But it's all part of the game. There's days when the offense picks up the pitching, and right now the pitching's picking up the offense. But I'm sure it'll come around, and over the course of the season, it'll all even out. But it definitely is. It goes back and forth on different series and different days.
There's a lot of in minor league sports. We talk about it with the Evansville Iceman coach, and of course with you, a lot of roster turnover. Are you guys out pursuing? Are you looking to add anybody to the team at this point in time? Do you guys have a trade deadline in minor leagues, in the Frontier League?
Yeah, Frontier League deadline will be August 15th or 20th, so we got some time until the actual rosters freeze, so that's not an issue at this point. We will be signing a new player today. He's in town. He worked out the last couple of days. We'll be sending his contract into the league today. And, barring anybody getting picked up or getting, getting picked up or injured, I mean, I think we're pretty set with what we have. But, we'll see as it goes on, as need be. I mean, the way we're playing right now, I'm very happy with our offense. I'm happy with our pitching and our bullpen, and it's just going to be based on a need factor after this. But we have plenty of time till the trade deadline. But after today's transaction, there probably won't be a whole lot more, barring anything crazy happening. So, but that new player, Tane Phillips, he'll be signed today. He's a catcher outfielder for us. He was a second-round pick by the Padre organization, and we'll be looking at him catching a couple games behind the plate and playing a little left field. But he's certainly going to be a bat added to the lineup. He'll probably hit anywhere between 4 or 5 or 6 hole for us, and hopefully he can add a little boost to our offense.
What about overall team health? Guys feeling all right injury-wise? Any major concerns there, or is everybody pretty much as good as they can be at this point in the season?
As you said it, as good as you possibly can be at this point in the season. I mean, our trainer and our team doctor do a fantastic job. We also have a massage therapist that allows the players to come to her studio on Mondays. So they're staying on. It's a good bunch of guys that really take care of themselves off the field. So barring any unforeseen craziness, it's little nicks and dings right now, but not anything out of the ordinary.
Well, you guys are right in the hunt here, nearing the halfway point of the season. We knew coming in you had a lot of returning names from a successful season last year. Is this expected, or a little under or over where you thought you would be right now?
Well, this is kind of where I thought we'd be, in the hunt in the first half. Even though we had a lot of returners, you hope that the returners come back as you left them last year, and the new guys coming in do what you think they're going to do. But there's a lot of. I mean, the turnover you mentioned in this league is tremendous. Not so much here in Evansville, but the other teams. You could have the same team you had last year, but the league get better, the league get worse, just based on the talent level of the other teams, and that's really what it comes down to. I knew we'd be competitive. I knew the guys that I had coming in work hard and have the mentality of expecting to win every night. So that's a good, fun foundation to start with. And I knew we'd be there. So just based on some of the games that we've given away and some of the games that we've won, it's kind of where I was hoping we would be. But you never know until you play the games.
Well, who irritated Mother Nature over at Bosse Field? Because it seems like every time you guys are in town here as of late, you got to fight raindrops and everything else. Hopefully you can get the doubleheader in.
This team, especially this Windy City team, we have not played a game where there hasn't been water on the field or freezing cold wind blowing right in at us. So this is the third time we're playing this team, and every series has been just some awful weather. So I think it's more Windy City than it is the Bosse, because we had a beautiful day out there yesterday, just for a light workout. But boy, it was one of the nicest days I've had here in Evansville. But unfortunately, no games were scheduled yesterday.
Well, what's this Windy City team bring to the table tonight, Coach? What are you looking at?
Well, they played us tough. I mean, it's a team that I feel that we are certainly player for player better than. It's just we like I said, we'll pitch it and not get any runs, or we'll score runs and just not be able to pitch it against them. It's been a crazy series. The weather kind of changes, at least at the concentration level. But we got to overcome that tonight, because right now they hold the series lead on us. I think they're up 4-2. We need a sweep to win the series. From the season series from these guys, and we're certainly capable of doing it. Who we got going, and how we played them in the past. Playing them at our place is certainly a benefit. But like you said, hopefully this weather can hold off, and we can have a normal played, uninterrupted 9-inning doubleheader today and a 9-inning game tomorrow.
Evansville Otters manager Andy McCauley getting ready for a 3-game series against the Windy City Thunderbolts. Doubleheader tonight. First pitch scheduled for 5:35 at Bosse Field. Tickets still available at the Bosse Field ticket office. Coach, appreciate the time as always. Best of luck, not only with this series, but I know you guys hit the road for a weekend series against the Boomers, and we'll talk again next week.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Thanks, guys.